Hi everyone, it's Jeanette here again from Enthusiastic Gardener. Well, I have been so busy, but I've done lots of little things rather than one big job for one big video. So I thought I would kind of do like a little recap of everything that I've been getting up to. Plus, if you've been watching Richard's journey with his workshop, there is an amazing installment today, so stick around for that. And one of the main things that I was determined to get done, which was very important, is my box tree moth trap. I suffer with box tree moths, so every year what I need to do is put my box tree moth trap out, and so you do have to do this from mid-April to mid-October, and you can buy the pheromones. It's a patented thing, I think, so I'm not sure that lots of different brands do them, but you just have to fill up your box tree moth trap and hang it out. It's the male moths that you trap, because the male moths come out first before the females, so I understand, and then you capture the male moths before they have a chance to find the females, and then the females can't lay their eggs in your box trees, because of course when the caterpillars hatch, the caterpillars eat all your box tree leaves and it can decimate your poor boxwoods. Now, I love boxwoods, I really do, but I do not think that I will buy any more. And also, I think I might have box blight in my front garden. I don't know, I haven't caught, no, there's no male moths in my trap. My trap is just there and there's nothing in there at the moment. So I don't think they're around at the moment. But at the front, as you can see here, well, a lot of damage. I'm not sure what it is, and I know that a few people, especially over in the States, Erin from Impatient Gardener, and also my friend AJ from AJ's Green Thumb, they have had box tree blight, and as well as Monty, of course, from Gardener's World, he took all his box trees out. So I will never buy any more, unfortunately. I think they're absolutely beautiful, and I will just do my best to look after those, because I do absolutely love them. So I continue to do my box tree moth traps and hope for the best. Now, another thing that happened was I watched Granny's Garden a few weeks ago now. She had a wonderful delivery of summer bulbs, and I thought, I have no summer bulbs, I need to order some. So I looked through all my catalogues. Every bulb I picked, it was unavailable. Of course, I had left it too late, as I usually do. So the only thing that was left was a mystery bulb mix. So I went ahead and ordered those. When I opened it, however, a lot of them were either mouldy or I didn't think they were very good. So I contacted the company. They gave me a full refund, absolutely no problem, but I planted them anyway, just to see, because they didn't want me to return them. So I have planted them all, and you can see that I have little tags everywhere. So I got some lovely, did get some lovely plants, and it was a mystery. I'm not sure that I would have chosen those myself, but that just goes to show, don't leave it too late. So for my autumn bulbs, for my tulips, I will definitely get my ordering quickly this year. And talking of tulips, I have been delighted with the beautiful tulips in my garden. I'm so pleased I took the time, because bulb planting is one of my least favourite jobs in the garden. And I will definitely plant more next year, but I will order them in advance. In fact, I need to look at that now. So I planted some begonias. Now, begonias do need a little bit more protection. You can't just plant them straight out. So they're in my greenhouse, along with some foximia. And now these ones, they're completely new to me, but they needed soaking beforehand. So I soaked those for about 4 hours, and then I did a huge big planting task, planted all my bulbs. So they've been in now for maybe about 10 days. So we'll see what happens with those. I've also gone around and done all my fertilising. So you could fertilise once a year. This time of year is perfect. Now, I can't use the blood, fish and bone meal, because of course I have dogs, and if you have dogs, they love blood, fish and bone meal and dogs and bones. So when I used to have my other dogs years and years ago, I put a load of bone meal down and they promptly dug it all up. So I learnt my lesson and I don't use it anymore. So I just used a different sort that didn't have blood, fish and bone meal in. And I like the Jim Putnam from Halltube. I like his version of fertilising. You just sort of scatter it and throw it around, and wherever it lands, and then give it a very, very good water. So that's what I did to mine. Now, shall we go over to have a look at Richard's progress? Now, Richard has done the floor this time, and my goodness, it's so nice. Let's go over to Richard now.
So, today's job is the floor, and we are going to transform this to this. You've seen the end result, and would you like to see a time lapse of it going down? It's quite amusing. Right, this is the morning we are doing the floor, and once again we have my friend John.
That'll be me.
That'll be him.
The dog's body.
Tommy said he was the muscles.
Yes, he did.
He did, didn't he?
Yes.
But obviously, because he's got no brawn. Boom, boom. I had to get that one in.
You should have practiced and lined up, didn't you?
Right, so we'll have our tea and then we'll
Lay the floor.
Very pleased. Very, very pleased. 2.5 hours.
That's not bad, is it? Black around the edge looks brilliant.
Yeah. It hides any discrepancies. Sets it off. One stage left. And that gives me a bit of time, a bit of relaxing time now. And but no, up until now, it's gone like clockwork. Everything's gone according to plan. I've seen bits I want to touch up, but it is absolutely superb. It's been worth all the hard work. It has. It has. But mind you, while I've been doing this, Jeanette has been stacking up a list of stuff for me to do.
I have.
So, so far so good. Wait for the last stage.
He has done a fantastic job in there. It's so nice. Well done, Richard. Kudos to Richard. And he's really enjoying it as well. I also went round looking at my Clematis, because I pruned my Clematis not so long ago, and so here's a little update of how they are doing now. It's going to burst into gorgeous blossoms any moment. I need to come round and tie them all in. So that one's doing well. However, this one next to it is a Dr. Ruppel, and Dr. Ruppel, as you can see, one part of it is just, it's died. Don't know why. Looks dead, doesn't it? I'm going to cut it off. Cut off the dead bits. Anyway, we shall see. This one down here, this is the ice blue. That's doing very well. A little bit more slower to start. But I can just help it along a bit. There's not much more I can do for that one. Then this one is looking very nice. I've got buds going up there. The Viticella is going all the way up here. and it's managing to hold itself on somehow. This one here is the Vitalba, which is looking very bushy, nothing to tie on yet. This one here is another Dr. Ruppel. This is the one that I think is just completely dead. It's the Ernest Markham, and it just looks completely dead to me. No new growth down there at all. And then finally we've got Kitty. Kitty is a very slow grower, and that's all she's done. I have a Clematis here, which I planted last year. I can't remember what variety it is, but I planted it to grow up this lilac tree. This here is my last Clematis that I have, which I had a lot of powdery mildew last year. I had to cut off the stems, but this time it's doing really well. It's growing well, so I'll just tie that in a bit there. Right, my grass, as you know, has been seeded, and I did a couple of videos on all that process. It's doing quite well. I've been watering it diligently. I have watered it 3 or 4 times every day. It hasn't rained at all, so I've had to keep watering, and you can just begin to see tiny little shoots coming up, which I'm delighted with. Still looks like a lot of bare patches, but we shall see. I've looked after it as much as I could. I'm just looking at it now, and yes. But one thing that I noticed when watering my grass, and obviously I've still got all the netting all over it, so I haven't stepped over it, I haven't been able to walk on my stepping stones or anything, but one thing I noticed is that, of course, the hose reels, when you've got a circular garden bed all around, when you go to water, what happens with the hose? I had not considered this, and as you can see here, it gets caught up in all the flower beds. Now I have some rockery stones just placed around, which at the moment I can hook to those. But I thought of a very good solution, so I looked online on Amazon. Yes, so I found these, and they are hose reel guides, and I got them from Amazon, and I don't yet know where exactly they're going to go. I mean, I know where one's going to go for sure, but there are 4 here. They weren't that expensive. I will put a link down below. Here they are on the floor. But look, they're really sturdy. So they're just hose reel guides. And there's 4 different ones. They're quite weighty. And then the hose pipe will go round. So I have one with a little squirrel with a tortoise. This one here, oh gosh, I should have organised myself better. This one, oh actually it's got a little broken bit. Apparently that ball glows in the dark, so that would be fun. And then this one is a little fairy. And then finally, this one is a kind of a fleur-de-lis. So I thought they were very nice, and hopefully they will do the trick and I'll be able to water. So I don't know where exactly I'm going to put them, and I can't really work it out until all this string and tinfoil and everything's off the grass and I know whereabouts I'll be walking. Then I'll figure out where to put those, but I thought that those were really nice. So that's a little job that I have to do. Now, another thing I did, again for the same reason of access into the lawn, because obviously I've only got my long stepping stone pathway, but again when I need to get through to the other side, so I moved around a couple of stepping stones, and in the process my Hebe, which I didn't think was that attractive anyway, it was kind of in the way of where I wanted the stepping stones to be, so I have given that quite a drastic prune, and as you know, I'm a fan of lollipopping everything, and it's been lollipopped as well. And then also I have moved more plants around, and because one of the beds is quite wide now, so things that were in the front are now in the middle, so I've been having a little move around of those. And in particular this Veronicastrum I absolutely love, or Veronicastrum, I love it, so I've moved that forward. Actually it's going to be right to my left, so I'm hoping that that's okay. So yes, I have been doing loads of different jobs. I noticed the most gorgeous sky, which I filmed. I must show you, it's just heavenly, and apparently it's known as a mackerel sky. Isn't that just the most gorgeous thing? So yes, they're the things that I've been doing in the past week or so. Lots of little things rather than one big thing. So I've had a nice time in my garden, and I hope you have too. It's May now, and May is the most favourite month in my year. I love May. So I hope you do too, and take care and have fun in your gardens, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.